So I just watched the YG video. I know that took a lot to come out and say that stuff. Especially for those who know it's people out here who don't believe women do that. In my case, it being two women, it's the crazy part about it. Then the fact that instead of talking to me about it and explaining stuff, motherfucker want to try to set me up to look like I'm just saying stuff. Like, I got a whole police case out, and every time I call about it, some officer tell me there's nothing there, you know. And I'm just like, wow. So I made a whole police report about it, and nobody wrote down anything I said. Nobody took any names. So I'm like, well, why one police say one thing and the other say another? So I'm left to believe, because like I said in the video, you know, there's a lot of incest and sexual issues going on in the bloodline. Charles Baldwin, Teresa Baldwin, Denise, Patricia's. A lot of craziness, you know. And I say it like that because I'm like, they always talking to others but can't talk to me. And I'm like, so you saying you can't talk to me because you feel like I'm going to be punished severely and you can't face it? That's crazy. Why would I blame you if I'm wrong? If I'm finna be punished severely for being wrong, why would I blame them? Well, I guess because they ain't talk to me. And I don't feel I'm wrong. I really don't. Since the boyfriend said it, my cousin still show it but don't say it. Like I say, I remember they said they caught her with my brother once. Now they don't remember it. I caught my brother and her once when I became of age and was trying to tell him that's not the right thing to do, like you shouldn't do that. Jason Baldwin came by and said he ain't gonna say nothing because we know. And I'm just like, I don't even know what he was talking about. We was watching Freddy versus Jason, and they had I guess a set scene or something like that. But I'm like, what the hell we supposed to know? Like, why y'all always talking in code? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm left to believe that, you know, some police, the people who touched me, certain people in the family, you know, don't brainwash the police with it. Sexually though. Not just sexually, church-wise, church wisdom, spiritually. So I just feel like they lost and out of control, you know. I also feel like they know they made a mistake, but don't want to own up to it, or feel like maybe they should get a break or a favor or a pass. I don't know. Like I said, the police will lie though. They will lie. That's why I don't trust none of them. I really don't. That's just crazy to me though. So I realize they got an inside job going on. I'm gonna stay out of it. I said come on man. I don't do none of that. If a police officer has a problem with me and I'm not in the wrong, and like if we were to go to court about it, they'll tell you I'm not in the wrong, why would I even challenge you and you're off duty. Why would I even do that? It's officially proven. You know, they ain't even do nothing to you. They let you go. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, doctors, my doctor since childhood know. I'm realizing teachers knew about it. It's like, what kind of plea deal they giving y'all, or what kind of out they giving y'all on this? Because if it was me who would have done it, it wouldn't matter when I did it, how I did it, why I did it, none of that. I know for a fact, y'all would have chased my ass down. Y'all would have been applying pressure. So, spiritually, I ain't even, you're a joke. I'm going to laugh at you, you're a joke, but at the same time, I'm going to also be feeling some pain. Because it shouldn't come to all this foolishness, It shouldn't have come to all this foolishness, so. Like I said, I just respect those who do come out and say stuff like that. It took me a minute to come out and say it. I denied it at first, but it just started to show, That's why they always yelling at me and stuff. Mama got a problem with me, and I never did nothing to her. And then when she calls me to say something that was true, it might have been rude, but it was true, then she want to use that. I'm like, damn. But why y'all don't look at their dating records? Why y'all don't look at why you think Charles and Teresa stay together? Because they know if they get in another relationship, it definitely a show. I think Patricia and Sean stay together because they know if they get in another relationship, it's definitely a show. So it's really two motherfucking felons getting together to stay out of jail. That's really what's happening. Motherfuckers getting in relationships to stay out of jail. That's really what's happening. Then they using the type of relationship tactics me and a couple of others would use and tarnishing it. Making up excuses why this don't work like that, why that don't work like that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Then they think they know everything. Then you know for a fact, if you're not thinking about it on your own and you're depending on somebody else, how the hell are you supposed to feel like you get the biggest pot or you get the biggest piece of meat at the dinner table? How the hell you feel that way? Come on, bro. You can't even produce the thought on your own. You gotta wait for this or wait for that to think about it. Come on, man. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. So, I guess they just gonna keep trying to provoke me. I'm gonna do the best I can to stay out of trouble. I'm staying out of trouble. Like I said, the only trouble a person could say about me was marijuana. But my brother smoke it, my mama smoke it, my sister smoke it. And when they come to me with it, and my mama saying stuff like, well, if you want to tell on yourself, go do that. And then she's switching it and all that shit. And I'm just like, well, mom, I ain't gonna do it no more. I'm leaving you alone. I thought maybe it was true. Maybe it was an incident. Now I realize, y'all, that was no incident. Y'all set that shit up. Y'all set that shit up. I shouldn't have given them the benefit of the doubt. But I thought they was working with people like, what I'm saying? I thought they was working with people at a higher table, at a higher seat. And, I thought I had to just get down. Because I'm just like, damn, this is going on every day. And nobody's doing nothing about it. And on top of that, they, instead of not doing nothing about it, they also giving them blessings and passes. It's crazy. Then trying to cradle them through the process. Jason Baldwin deserved the book. Dominique Flowers deserved the book, the whole book. Charles Baldwin and Charles Baldwin II deserved the whole book. They just been watching people suffer, watching people cancel their blessings, watching people hurt themselves. Now we all just gotta accept it. I ain't going out like that. And it's tough, dog. And I don't even want to say it's scary because it's not scary, but it's just a lot of wrong emotions that leads to fear of me doing the wrong thing on my end. I just feel like I'd be afraid to do the wrong thing. So, you got people just want to watch me, check in and out of my life, try to read me and all that shit. And then when I say something about it, they're like they wasn't doing it, so now I look crazy. I ain't getting Baker out of again for telling the truth, for being honest. Like that one police lady told me, I ain't stupid. When I hopped in that car and I told them what they was doing, she told me I can't be playing with my mind like that. You can't be telling me it's okay and then switching the next day. Now the police lady said now, and I thank her for that because I needed to hear that before I got put in that mental place. So, there's a couple of psychiatrists out here who know they doing the wrong thing, but I guess they have to prove that they can get away with it, and I can't do nothing about it. Hey, it's cool. You know the thing about it though, I can see if it happened once, and even though there's no statute of limitations on any form of sexual assault, rape, or whatever you want to call it, even though there's no statute of limitation on that, I can see it's because we was children when it happened and growing up, everything okay, but they making it worse. And then on top of that, it happened again. You feel me? Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Oh, you don't. What I'm supposed to say? You're not listening to me. I'm supposed to slap you in the face till you listen to me? That's what I'm supposed to do? What I'm supposed to ask? So I said ask. Did you feel me? Did you hear me? I talk how I talk because what I was raised around. That's how they talk. They try to talk all proper in front of you, but they don't tell you how they talk to me in private, right? They don't tell you that, right? How somebody from Social Security in New York gonna call me and ask me, can my sister stay with me? That's way off the books. That's way out of character. Who does that? Next thing you know, instead of my sister facing the trouble she caused, now she's up north wreaking havoc. The same stuff she was doing in Jacksonville, the same lies and curses they were doing in Jacksonville, they doing up north. And they even better at it. And then the thing that gets me, how the police gonna be mad with me? How you gonna try to take your frustration out on me? Try to test my mental to see how much I really know. Hey, we all going through it, right? We all going through this together, right? Well, I came out and said it, so that's what it is, Folk looking at me in school and stuff, and not even telling me what's going on. Asking stuff, saying stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Playing sexual jokes with a nigga. And I ain't understand what's going on. I'm just looking at Pops like, and I just see it now, They gave him a hard time about it, So that's why I knew in the end they had to just sell themselves. But if my family sells themselves and call themselves selling the whole bloodline and saying the ones who don't get down gonna get down, I'm not getting down like that, man. I don't care who told you I was up for sale. I'm not up for sale. I don't care who told you that. I am not up for sale. That's real talk. That's real talk. I don't have a price for you. Death is the price. Because I'm not up for sale. Thank you, Donald Trump, for making that statement. Death is the price. Yeah, they're alien rapists. You know why they alien? Because they ain't with the right spirit, man. That's all I'm going to say. For right now, they ain't in the right spirit, man. I don't know what God they talking to. So disappointed in a lot of these officers. Disappointed in the sheriff. I'm disappointed in a lot of people. Period. I like to thank some of the judges though. I thank a lot of the officers, female and male. You know, a lot of you know what's going on and you're doing the right thing, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I played for the police athletic league, and you know, I was good. I was good. I maybe couldn't focus how I wanted to focus during the game, which led to me missing a shot or something. But people know off behind the scenes, I had it in me, and I proved it. I can still prove it today. Anybody on that team right now want to play one-on-one, I bet I win. Because a lot of you using my knowledge that I couldn't apply back then. Yeah, I remember being there. I remember seeing a dude. This dude had a mouthful of blood one game at the police athletic league. I'm not sure what happened and how it happened. Starting to look like Lynn Grover might have been behind it, trying to make people play harder, you know. You gotta watch them Grovers, dog. Lynn Grover father, Lynn Grover brother, all that. You gotta watch them. Like I say, Lynn Grover put his hands on me when I was a child, bro. I'm a little boy. And a grown man pushed me to the ground, dog. I ain't never do that to no child. I done help children out in plenty ways. Like I said, I remember walking one night, and I asked somebody for $1. I was on a walk. I wasn't posted up or nothing. Come to think about it, dude looked at old when I asked him. After I asked him, I started to notice. I'm like, damn, I don't even think bro was 18, dog. It was just $1, dude. And I ain't never see him again, and I wouldn't ask him again. And if he was to ask me for anything, I'm damn sure gonna give it to him. But I don't harm children. I don't do children wrong. And I don't like knowing that I was being done wrong and couldn't do nothing about it because I'm being threatened if I tell somebody. I'm like, seriously? Man. Yeah, like I said, I was going to have to prove it. And they definitely good at deceiving. So that's why I call it rape by deception. They definitely good at deceiving. Y'all want to see that police report? I definitely got that bitch. Definitely got that bitch. So, folks think they know what's proper, don't know what's proper. It's definitely in the video. Y'all know I'm gonna put it in the video. And that should be a slap in the face. Look, when it say incident type, they ain't even put nothing down. It's crazy. And I only got one soulmate who I mentally grow with in every kind of aspect. Spiritually, physically, sexually. So it's crazy to me, man. They did not take me seriously, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that at all. And then when I realized the stuff you saying and doing, you only doing because my people manipulated you into believing that. How am I supposed to look at you, man? How am I supposed to look you dead in your eye that you know the stuff you are doing is because the perpetrators and the offenders that I'm trying to tell you about got you doing that? How am I supposed to speak to you about that, dog? What's bro name? October 20th, 2012. 24. Couldn't even write it right. So look, man, if my sister and cousin, y'all sex slaves and y'all don't want to get rid of them and stuff, that's cool. That's cool, but don't try to make it worse on my end, cause I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You feel me? If they y'all batteries for y'all sexual life, that's cool. That's y'all. Leave me out of that. Leave me out of that. I shouldn't be feeling threats by police. Like they gonna try to rape me, or they gonna get somebody to rape me. I shouldn't be feeling threats by that just by opening up, man. That's not cool. That's not the American way. You feel me? I like Carlito. You need to spit in a couple of y'all faces. Anything else I need to discuss, man? Got people tracking me, remove. Not even for the right thing. When I say tracking my remove, meaning for me to feel good, to give me a hard time. Like, damn, trying to check to see, or did he go through a hard time today? If not, let's give him a hard time. That type of stuff. They still want to come in my face and talk to me. You're damn right I'm going to speak to you. You're damn right I'm going to show you my strength from being as spiritually righteous as possible. Now I'm finna sit here and call myself Almighty. I'm not finna make a movie, Almighty Bruce, Almighty Evan. No, I'm not finna do that. Yeah, I feel like Bruce Almighty was made off of Bruce Gooding. And I feel like Evan Almighty was made off of Phil Amato. So it is what it is, man. I think I remember that just Walnut Street. 2114 Walnut Street. Stayed in there. I'm like, Phil, what's up, man? You know they had all these flies out the windows and shit, all these bugs and shit. One night I ain't understanding what's going on. How you go take a shower? You got a window at the shower, you look at the windows. There's flies everywhere. Mom got another boyfriend trying to give him the marriage ritual without really getting married. It's crazy. But that wasn't the first time. It happened on, what, that was 10th Street, 3rd Street, 3rd and Iona, by the Kennedy Center. I'm not going to speak on my soulmate because she doing her part, regardless of what others think, regardless of what I've done, regardless of anything. That's mine, I'm hers. And I feel good to be able to say that. All these women keep trying to claim me. Leave me the fuck alone. That shit was stolen. My virginity was stolen. Miss Shannon, Miss Shannon, did you buy me Space Jams while I was in high school because I was too young for you to take out on a date? Or did you just do that for what? And then when I got older, did you still pursue sex with me because you met me as a child and it was easy for you? Or was I helping you like I'm thinking? I was really helping you spiritually kill all that hell, Don't listen to what people say about my music. If you haven't heard my music with me, or if you haven't heard my music on your own and try to ask me about it, I wouldn't trust anyone who says anything. I listen to a lot of people's music and get a lot from it, but I have my own theories about everything and I stick to them and I don't judge them. That's a lot of musicians you've heard. Not saying no names. So, yeah. My advice, stop listening to people and go ask that person. Unless you already know. Like I said, I be in here thinking, sometimes I be thinking about people and I be like, damn, what I'm thinking about this person for? Let me go ask. I go to ask. I already got the answer before I even ask. But if I need to double check, I will. Because some of you going to do that. They're going to be like, well, I had the answer, and know you was wrong. Know you was wrong. Manipulation, deception. That's why y'all getting deceived, man. But I was like 25 minutes, 50 seconds, so I don't think there's nothing else to discuss. You know, like I said, I pay all my bills on time. I pay my rent on time. I'm already, like 350. I don't purposely overeat. And then I try to diet at the end of the month. I don't buy what I want, I buy what I need. When I buy what I want is when I have extra to do it. Light bill be high. It don't even be no filth going on in here. You know, I turn the lights out, there's roaches everywhere, dog. And there's no filth, dog. I promise you. It be no filth. Light bill high because of that shit. Mama text me with the shit. Say her light bill high, so I know that's why. Like, but I realize now, you know, you let certain people in your crib, you might as well say you invited any and everything in your house. It's embarrassing, man. Because a lot of you police officer has the mindset of that one guy from the game who was like managing Darren Davis, then managing other people, you know, getting into it with Tasha. I forgot his name, man. But it's a Caucasian male, he wear glasses. You had the mindset he had. And you can get the truth from watching that. What you doing ain't right, man. It ain't right. So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not finna pay nobody with my body parts to feel like I can be happy in life. I'm not finna do that. You heard Sierra body part. Why y'all don't go to the people who offer that? Why y'all want to take it? That don't make no sense, man. Why you want to take it? If I have sex with a female, I want her to be into it like me. I'm not finna say, oh, she ain't into it, fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm not finna do that, man. I'm not. I always tell them. I be like, man, if I take my clothes off, you gotta take your clothes off too. You know what I'm saying? Or if you take your clothes off, I'm gonna take my clothes off. You feel me? I'm not finna do it if you not gonna do it. I take a shirt off, I'm gonna wait till you take a shirt off before I take the pants off. Or it might be she might be okay, and we ain't even gotta go through none of that. We both just we picked up, you know, we on the same sync. You know, we not playing with it when we on the same sync. A lot of you like to play. So like I say, man, you know, Miss Shannon was definitely a cougar. To me, I'm like, shit, I just turned 18, Miss Shannon. The hell? No, I ain't touched that white girl your son was with. I asked her too, you know, and I thank her and I thank the Lord because I asked her. I like, shit, can I go next? She was like, no. I left it at that. Once a female say no, I left it at that. I mean, that bit harder than a motherfucker. They said no. I'm just like, damn. Hot my ass on the computer. That nigga mom came home. They was upstairs. That nigga had. She was like, what is that on the couch? I looked. I like, damn, this nigga ejaculated on the. Not ejaculated. This nigga came on the couch, man. He said he went upstairs. She was hiding in the closet. I ain't touched that girl though, and I asked. She said no, left it alone. I'm glad she said no. I don't know what I was thinking, man. You know, like I said, I was just turning 18, and she ain't helped me get my driver's license. She always talking sexual around me, giving me sexual looks, saying she mad because ain't nobody, all that shit. I'm pretty sure she knew I was touched though, just ain't want to say nothing. It's scary, man. It's scary, dog. It is. It's very scary. Especially if it is true. If it is, if somebody in the high office or the Supreme Court or presidential or something is helping your family members get over on you, that's scary, dog. Nigga might die tomorrow for opening up about that shit, man. Nigga might be dead tomorrow for real, but I don't think that's gonna happen on my book, cause at the same time, in this situation, I'm not doing nothing wrong. You know, I'm not playing no games with people. I think that's where my family went wrong with that shit, thinking that shit okay just to bully somebody like that. Like, my nigga, who is you to just bully somebody like that, my nigga? Who is Jason to feel like you just bully somebody like that? Who is Charles to feel like they could just bully somebody like that? That's why they don't never come to me and talk to me. They talk about me to others. They try to spread and force their thoughts on y'all about me. And it don't be true. I never said, I'ma sell myself, I ain't gotta work, none of that shit. No. I'm just graduating from Tulsa, trying to get a fire watch job. I'm getting put out. I said, okay, you know what? Put these applications in at this center next to DCF over there in near Norwood. Put the applications in. I said, I'm gonna continue to keep my head with the Lord, continue to work for God until I find me a job that He has for me. That's exactly what I said. Then when the motherfucker was talking about work, I said, bro, I ain't got to worry about working with you, bro. That's exactly what I said, man. I said, you want to be funny? I said, you want to be funny? I said, I ain't got to work. Me and God gonna find a way to eat together. By working, you idiot. Well, who takes that as me saying, that's how I know you knew that way everybody else was on, dog? Motherfuckers don't be working. Them niggas just be sitting in the office trying to cause problems. Teresa don't work at Nemours no more. Or do she still? Or do she? You held all them people back, withholding truth. Mr. Baldwin, you still work with Comcast? What the fuck you got going on? What the Charles Baldwin, the senior, works at? I ain't speaking on Shinobi and her family. They still trying to find a way to punish me for being honest about the shit. I ain't speaking on that. And see, I just had to make this video because obviously they finna trigger me again. You know, they all finna sit up thinking about harming me and stuff or finding ways to disrupt me, and nobody's gonna do nothing about it. Like the man said in the NBA, all they see is the retaliation. That's all they see. So if I was able to force them to retaliate again, and I ain't even do nothing to them because they touched me and were lying to y'all, and y'all not seeing them retaliate, y'all need to come up with a new saying. Just be honest. They picking favorites. Well, that's their slave. That's their 2025 version of a slave, set slave, or whatever the fuck. That's their battery. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. What bro said in Hobbs and Shaw, it was like the human, something about ain't worth nothing but this amount of something such. I don't know how much them batteries worth to y'all, but they, like Webby said, I'm still a virgin. I don't want none of that shit. Y'all keep that shit. They already done put the shit on me before I could think for myself or know what the fuck I'm doing. Talk about playing fucking house. How I come over, y'all watch our daughter switch clothes into something tighter and sexual and come and stand in front of me and try to lure me into the shit. Y'all just watch that shit. Weird ass motherfuckers. Got dolls over there. Weird ass motherfuckers. You know, I stopped. I used to watch my brother try to let the dog fuck him in the ass, bro. I had to stop him from that, dog. And the only way to stop that, only way to see what was really going on, I feel like as a child. Now, I'm not even, 11, and I think I'm 9 or 10. I'm in middle school going to Highlands Elementary. So, you know what I'm saying? I had my ways of testing to see if my brother really let the dog do that. And, I ain't gonna go too further on that, but that's the nigga y'all working for? That's the nigga y'all gonna kill for? Fuck out of here. That's the nigga y'all want me to believe is successful by doing what he doing? Cause he getting favors? He ain't go through what I went through. I ain't got time for that, man. It's crazy. I said, check their relationship history though, man. Check all that, man. See about that. See if they good enough to get in another relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's crazy. Folk ain't got nothing else to do but to watch you, but instead of trying to improve, they want to bring you down. Mad at you because some ain't even mad at you. Some just know they getting paid to do it. You know? Might be letting them smoke weed for free to do this shit, or might be letting them. Might not be letting them pay rent. Motherfucker might not even be paying rent out there, bit, bro. Real talk. But, you know, I'm moving, so, you know, I got 30 days, I'm gonna move. Thank you for that. I thank him for that, you know, allowing me to move. Thank you for that. But, as far as this police case going, these people in my family keep trying to ruin me, you know. I have a soulmate who I need to be in control of her own income, and I'm pretty sure it's everything the reason why she's being held back from that, but that's not the love of my life, and I would like to see her succeed. I would like to see her be able to be in control of her own funds and income. I would like to see that. So I'm gonna stick with her until we get there. Point blank period. I don't be wanting to have sex with nobody else but her, but I'm being teased. I'm being tempted, and I'm only so strong that she's still here for me, and I haven't cheated on her. I never will. I haven't. Never will. So, you know, when I get my sick ways in, having women touch on me and shit and play with me and shit, I had to deny them, you know. Like I denied the lady, you know. I ain't even want to go there with her, and I ain't even need no rubber, you know. I use that as an excuse, but I ain't need no rubber. I didn't want to do Stephanie like that, knowing somebody trying to tear us apart, man. Knowing somebody trying to tear us apart. I'm trying to figure out how they trying to how they using one tactic with her but using another with me, and they know we bonded soulmate, like for real, like all these officers talking about, oh, I asked the lady to tell the officer to give me a call. You know, he never called me. Then when my girl got arrested, the officer told me, oh, well, the officer who made the arrest gonna give you a call when he get in. He never called me. I changed my number, updated with the new number. I'm gonna have it on this week. I got so many numbers, I don't be stressing about one going dead. You know, y'all be playing phone games with me anyway. So I could have paid the bill, obviously, but folk be thinking I'm broke or something. Like, no, I'm trying to show you what's really going on. I'm the motherfucker with the bag. My mom divorced my father. I'm the one with the bag, not them. I shouldn't have to succumb to them. I shouldn't have to bow down to them. I shouldn't have to take they bull, be extorted. Got them talking to me like I'm the motherfucking child. No, in this case, that is not my mama. In this case, she's not being a mother. She's being a fucking child. Each of her husbands the same fucking way. Being a child. James Davis smoked weed. Old ass nigga smoking weed still. Trying to give young niggas the go to kill me. Fuck out of here, nigga. trying to get a good look at that, man. What is case number 24642739? Gotta come out with it. How you don't put nothing down for an incident type of something of this serious case? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? What you thought I was trying to? Thought I was trying to touch you, nigga? What you thought? Thought I was trying to touch you? That's nigga rigging. Is that not nigga rigging? What when you make a police report and you don't put something, well, tampering with evidence. I'm sorry. That's tampering with evidence. I'm sorry. I thought it was called nigga rigging. Something that serious, you don't put nothing down on the incident type? Where I'm from, that's called nigga rigging, so I apologize for using the N-word. I apologize. Even though I didn't use the disrespectful N-word, you know. Like I just heard him using the N-word on Oprah. So really, I don't think I just fouled out. I don't think I just committed a crime. I can't even understand that badge number. I look like 46944. Then I got a 76313. Look, man, I only pick up my tone for defensive reasons. So if you feel like I'm wrong for picking up my tone or feeling how I feel, or if you feel like I'm some type of thug or gangster for doing that, you need to go back and do your homework, sir. I'm supposed to be the police force, and y'all letting people who not even in the force control the way y'all move, dog. Come on, man. Yo, any police officer out there looking at jail, so please guide them to the right way to do this, man. That is crazy. Really depending on folk who not in the force to lead your fucking force. Fuck out of here. That is the disgrace. That is dishonorable. That's very disrespectful. And I couldn't tolerate it, so I had to speak on this. Logging off. Finna go talk to my bae, my boo. I don't even call him my bed boo. I'm saying that because I don't even want people taking my nicknames and stuff. I ain't mad at Ice Spice, man. I ain't mad at her because she probably had nothing to do with that, but, you know, maybe I should feel like I'm the first black man to call this white girl ice cream. But you shouldn't call her ice cream if y'all ain't even dating. Like, that's a little too far ahead, bro, don't you think? Just saying. That's kind of far ahead. Like, me and mine are dating. We are mating. We are building. We are bonding. And I had a lot of cold ice around my heart as she warms up. I forever love her for that. Always and forever.